Live. It's just a small delay while it goes onto YouTube. Okay, we are now broadcasting, Chair, if you want to start the meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
Agenda item 1 is the appointment of a chair, and prior to this, I was appointed chair. My name's Adrian Hutton. I'm a councillor and I'm chairing this meeting. I'm also chair of the licensing committee. Can I ask the other members of the panels to introduce themselves, please?
Councillor Joe Farrell.
Councillor David O'Hara.
The officers, please.
I'm Sharon Davis from Legal Services.
Jenny Cook, Democratic Governance, taking the minutes.
And could I ask the applicant to introduce himself, please? Could you can you turn your video on as well?
I try and no, doesn't work. This morning. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, my name is Salvatore Fodera.
Right.
Can you see me now? No,
No.
doesn't work.
Okay,
It
well,
doesn't-
we'll do it on sound only then. And
It
the
doesn't work. Well, this morning was working. Okay.
no. Okay, can I then ask the two councillors?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Just leave it at that then. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Right.
I don't know why the video is not working. Sorry.
All right. Don't worry. Right.
All
Can I ask the two councillors who are the objectors to introduce themselves, please?
Yes. Councillor Maxine Callow. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Councillor Julie Sloman.
Right. Thank you very much. Can I ask the members of the panel, do you have any declarations of interest, please?
No, Chair.
All right, thank you. Hang on, I've lost it. Wrong on the day we do these in public. Right. We've agreed that each of the speakers, that's the applicant and the two objectors, will have 10 minutes each to present their case. Mr. Bedder, you will have 10 minutes. The objectors can ask you questions of anything you've said, as can members of the committee. Then the objectors will each be given 10 minutes. And again, you will be able to ask them questions, as will members of the committee. Then we will ask you to sum up if you need to, each party. Then we will go into private session where we will discuss and come to a decision on the application, and you will be notified within 5 working days. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Mr. Fodera, it's up to you now to present your case as to why this application should be granted.
Okay. You, the council, they object because security issue, and I like explain to the people that come to my house, I will do a proper secure room, secure with door and everything. That was one of the issue, and it was a lady with the hygiene from the hygiene office, and they say I need to keep the logbook for temperature and everything. And I explained to her, I've been having a restaurant for the last 15 years. I know what it's like. And I explained to her, it's no problem for me to do this stuff. Okay, and for traffic, I'm not trying to keep like a massive stock. I'm keeping a small minimum stock. And the maximum they're gonna have a delivery in my house is gonna be like a few cases. It's not gonna be like a lorry coming to my house, and it's gonna be like a van coming in my driveway, not on the main road. That's the second issue was for them about traffic. I know it's a busy road, but it's not more busy than usual. I'm not gonna create a traffic congestion or anything like that. And that's the issue. About the alcohol, I'm gonna create the website with ask them how old they are. I'm gonna keep a record and everything. And this is gonna be an internet online supermarket about delicatessen, Italian food, like truffle or limoncello, special pesci from Italy, something there is no here, you know. That's what I try to create. It's not gonna be people gonna come in the house to buy this stuff. It's gonna be everything online. I'm gonna do the delivery and I already go the certificate. I'm supervisor in the other place, and I know what I need to do when I do this delivery. That was the three issues this council they got concerned about. That was my point to understand. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I'll go through that in just a moment. Is that your submission then?
Yes.
Is there any? Right. Then, Councillor Callow, do you have any questions that you want to ask the applicant?
No, thank you, Chairman.
Councillor Sloman, do you have any questions that you want to put to the applicant?
Yeah, I'd just like to ask the applicant, just in terms of the Italian products, are the alcohol products going to be exclusively Italian, or are they going to be generic Italian beers and wines that one could get in an ordinary supermarket? And a sub-question to that, what are we talking about in terms of quantity? Are people going to be able to just ring up and say, bring me a can of lager or bring me a bottle of wine? Or are they going to be proper online deliveries, i.e. cases of alcohol, please?
It's gonna be, first of all, it's gonna be, okay, also mix. I cannot survive only specialty, because if people on the mix are gonna buy one can of beer Peroni, that is popular, plus they're gonna order me a limoncello, bottle of limoncello for alcohol purpose, I mean. And I cannot only put the very specific item. My idea is that, but also I'm gonna put all other item also in the website. And there's no, I'm not gonna bring him a can of lager. Minimum order is gonna be like a proper supermarket online thing. They order, minimum order, and I bring it to them.
Could I just ask then, you know, when you say in a minimum order, as in a supermarket, people can buy 3s and 4s of things in supermarkets. When I've looked at other Italian online deli suppliers, they're suggesting cases of 12 and 24 in terms of beers and wine. Is that something you anticipate?
No, exactly boxes, because I can put an item like a box, my only one. Mostly it's gonna be single item. You know, no box. I'm not gonna sell only like wholesale. I'm not gonna be like wholesale. I'm gonna be specific, only small.
Okay, thank you.
The idea is people make online the order, and I'm trying to bring a truffle, for example. Buy me a jar of truffle paste, one limoncello, one pesto genovese, for example, and one cake from Sicily, if I can manage to bring them. You know, a mix and match item. You know, that's the idea if you want. Because like I was explaining the other people that come, I've been doing a delivery for Amazon on Morrison, and I see there is a market. I think there is a market for it. You know, around the area there is nice big houses, and these days people they know that they don't know the product like it used to be before. Now the people go travel around, they go this, they try things. They're familiar with stuff. They're not scared to try new things. You know what I mean?
And just one other little thing, please. On your application form, it says you're a personal license holder and you'll be doing the deliveries only, but then it goes on to say that you're going to be using trained staff to use longer hours and busier times. What sort of controls are you going to exhibit over those, please?
Sorry, say again.
It says on your application that you're going to be the personal license holder, delivery only. So to me, that reads that you're attempting to be the person that's going to be delivering any alcoholic products, but then it be having trained staff to cover longer hours and busier times. So what controls will you have over that in terms of, you know, your propositions to make sure only 18-year-olds and over are actually receiving goods when they're delivered?
First we're gonna be people that then go train on the supervisor, then they're gonna have the certificate to do this delivery. It's not gonna be just somebody pick on the street. And if they wait in the meantime, they wait to do this exam, I'm gonna do a proper training to them. Make sure they don't deliver to drunk people, no over 18. If they don't look over 25, they need to sign a paper, the invoice, all the, you know, the proper way to do it.
Okay.
You know, I just put that long hours because just in case you start to be busy, you know, and in the future, I don't need to reapply for other stuff, you know. But at the beginning, it's just only myself, you know, I'm not gonna employ anybody. That's the idea. But just in case I put more hours, I don't need to reapply in the future.
Yeah, and just one final thing, obviously in light of Councillor Callow and my objections in terms of security, do you think perhaps in retrospect it might have been an idea to have secured the premises prior to the application?
Sorry?
In light of Councillor Callow and I making objections in terms of security, do you think in retrospect perhaps it would have been an idea to address those issues before applying for the licence?
No, I don't think so, because if I don't know what you people want, why spend money, waste money on something, you know? I need to do a proper wall. We're talking about £4,000 I need to spend if I do have a license, if I agree to do this storage area. If you don't grant it or you want a different thing, why I spend this money without to know?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, do councillors have any questions?
No, I think they've all been answered.
Hang on, Councillor Farrell.
Thanks, Chair. I'm just a little bit confused, so I'd just like some clarification. Where will this alcohol be stored? Because I was under the understanding that it would be in a garage. Is that now not the case?
Is an extension I'm making on the back.
Okay, so
On the plan I made, it's got an area I'm gonna build a reinforce really an extension that is now. I'm gonna make it properly secure.
Okay, so will you be doing that prior to opening this business?
Yes, when the license will be granted, you are specifically asking me what you want. I will start the job and make sure it's ready.
Okay, thank you. And what security will be in place on this extension that you're building?
Normal garage, you know, a nice door, not a nice door, a door properly made, that not just gonna break with a push, and a good wall and everything. I'm not gonna put alarm and stuff like that, no, if that's what you're asking.
Okay,
but it's gonna be secure, because it's not my interest to lose money because people go there, vandalize or steal it.
Okay, thank you. And can I just ask, how much alcohol do you think you will be storing?
The room is for about 20-30 cases, plus the food and everything.
So
You know,
okay.
I try to keep a minimum stock and do it more frequently, delivery or if I go to buy myself.
Okay, so it's going to be you're storing food and alcohol in this area then.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, I do have another question, Chair, if I may. So you're doing the deliveries yourself. Is it going to be that people will have to order food as well as alcohol, or will you be just delivering alcohol on its own?
No, the website is for they can order anything they want.
Okay,
You know,
so
if
sorry
it,
to interrupt.
but on the website is gonna be a lots of food. There are lots of, you know, alcohol also, and plus soft drink also, Italian or any other country. Then you know.
Okay, so if it's a Saturday night and it's 10 to 10 and I want a bottle of wine, I will be able to order a bottle of wine from you and have that delivered. Is that the case?
Yes, but when I come to deliver, if you look already drunk, I'm not gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Because you know, I'm not here to make people more drunk. I'm here to sell. People enjoy the things, not to make the people drunk.
Okay.
You know, if it's a party, I don't know, a lot, everybody is euphoric, I may leave that bottle of wine. But if you're alone or if you're already drunk, I not leave it to you. You know, because I've been have a business and alcohol bring trouble if you don't know how to handle.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. Thank you very much. No more questions.
Right,
Okay.
I've got a few. This building that you're going to build, what's
Yeah.
it going to be made out of?
What's gonna be?
Yeah, what's it? Is it going to be wood, brick, concrete?
I was thinking that then I'm building a structure of wood and plaster. I'm not decided yet. Maybe I put the bricks also. I'm not decided yet.
Right.
See
so
what's the
you'll
builder suggest.
you'll be building. You'll be storing food in this building. So unless if it's wood, what's the risk of rats, mice, and other vermin getting into the building?
It's gonna
what
be
will you-
all sealed. It's not gonna be just bricks. After on top of the bricks, we're gonna put the sealer, like the plastic, to make sure there's no gap or anything.
Have you ever seen a rat get through a wooden fence? I have. Rats will
Yeah,
get
very small.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So
Plus, they're gonna have us, you know, one of these. They're gonna put rat poison. One of these contractors. They come every month or whatever to make sure we haven't got anything like that, like you say.
okay. You talk about employing staff. How many staff do you envisage employing?
Like I said, at the moment, I just put it there just in case for the future. But really, I don't am planning to employ anybody. It's just in the case for the future, if I get busy, I need to do more delivery.
So what is your aim in the long term to actually for this business? Is it to employ staff and to be doing a lot more deliveries, or is this just going to be you on your own doing it as and when it's appropriate, or are you planning to actually employ more staff and do that many more deliveries?
Depends on the situation. I can answer again then. Because I mean, employ people. If I make money and I see there is a market to expand on the future, of course I'm gonna expand.
Right. So that is
It's not only a part-time. What I try to say, or what you asking me, is not only a part-time job. This is a full-time job. I'm planning to do it.
so this is going to become, you hope, a full-time business with doing a lot more. Is that right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I think a couple of other things have been answered. What will you do in relation to staff safety?
Sorry, staff safety.
Yeah,
Um,
these people are going to be going out to houses where we might be having parties and they've got alcohol.
okay.
How will you ensure that those you in particular at the moment and your staff are safe? That you know they're not going to get turned over for the alcohol or for any money.
Okay. Don't really come to my mind this, but I'm gonna make sure then when people go there, proper training, then how to behave when they go there, and what to expect. Don't if the people they know not gonna what's the word? If for example I go to a delivery and the people they're drunk, they mess around, I just turn around, I grab my stuff, I go back away. I'm not gonna deliver to them. Like I said, I'm not before to the other council. I'm not gonna deliver people they're drunk because we don't want to make more people more what you call get more
Intoxicated.
trouble.
Will you be dealing with cash or will you just be dealing with credit cards?
The idea is because it's online, people pay online before, before they get the stuff.
Right. Quick scenario then for you. You get an order. Somebody wants a couple of bottles of wine. They pay over by credit card over the internet, and you turn up, and it's a party going on, and there's they're drunk. So you wouldn't be delivering to them. How do you deal with that regarding safety?
I'm not gonna deliver it to them. And what do you mean safety?
Well, what I mean is you get to the door
Yeah.
and you've got your 2 bottles of wine in your hand that you're trying to deliver, right? And they open the door and they're drunk.
Yeah.
And we know what can happen when people are drunk. And you refuse to give them the alcohol. What's your safety net? What have you done to make sure that you're safe and the residents that you're delivering to are safe?
Calmly, I'm gonna explain to them they cannot have it because they're drunk, and try to walk away from it. And if it escalate, of course we're gonna call the police because we're not gonna. I cannot leave this alcohol to people they're already looking for trouble.
Right.
And also is what can you say? Is unpredictable because you don't know what's gonna happen. It's one of them cases they understand or they want to create more trouble. I know what you mean. When people they are under the influence of alcohol, it's hard to make them change their mind. But that's why we are not on the influence of alcohol. We need to understand and back away from it. We are the one who's supposed to direct the situation, not them.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of it. We've heard of cases where people are doing this, and it can be quite dangerous for them because if you're delivering alcohol for at night, and people have been drunk or are underage, and you refuse to give them the alcohol, it can be quite dangerous. Okay, I'll leave that then. Are there any further questions from members of the committee? Councillor O'Hara.
Just a quick one. I'm just wondering who's going to be looking after the premises while he's doing deliveries, and who, if he's a one-man band and he's doing the food and the delivery and the wine, what's happening whilst he's doing deliveries?
No, the storage is secure. It's closed. What do you mean? What's happened to the storage? Because I don't understand.
Well, it seems you can't do the cooking at the same time as you're doing the deliveries. I was just wondering, because people are likely to ring up knowing that you're there on your own, and when you've gone out, that's the problem.
First of all, it's gonna be online supermarket. People tap on the button, they make the order, and next day I do the delivery or the same day. I don't know. I think it's next day. That's the idea.
Right.
It's not gonna be you call me and I'm there waiting for you to call me. I'm gonna bring. People want to make a party. They're planning. They just bring it to them the day before, and they do get the stuff. You know.
But you've just said to Councillor Farrell that if
Yeah.
she rings up at 10 to 10 at night and orders a couple of bottles of wine, you would go out and deliver that. Who will be looking after the premises while
Wait,
you're away?
maybe I misunderstood that before. No, because the internet, the planning is that on the supermarket, online, people order. It's not gonna be already straight away. She waiting for my delivery to arrive. It's gonna be next day. Let's be sure that, make sure that. Yeah. I'm not gonna be waiting there for them to order.
So you're now, with all due respects,
Yeah.
contradicting yourself. So people won't be able to ring up in the evening and say, I want a bit of Italian ham and a couple of bottles of wine. Can you deliver it for me at 8 o'clock in the evening? So-
No. I'm
so-
sorry, I misunderstood before the point she was making, but no, the online supermarket is there for a reason. People order and next day they get the delivery.
Right. So on your website, will it be quite clear that there is a sort of a 24-hour gap between ordering and delivering?
Of course, it's gonna be right next day delivery or some item, it depends if I got on stock or not. It's gonna be in 2 days or 1 week, depends on what they order also.
So there won't be any, ringing up, as I say.
No,
But this
because
is-
it's not even gonna be a telephone the website. Not telephone number.
So they won't be able to email you or go through the website. and
Email,
say-
yes.
So it'll be next day deliveries.
A minimum, yes, next day.
Right. Okay.
I thought, sorry, I assumed there was I didn't understand before the one she said. But no, because it's impossible. 10 to 10, you call and expecting me coming there. We all have in our life.
Right. Okay then. Councillor Farrell, you want to come back?
Yeah, I do. Thank you for that clarification. I think I'm certainly under the understanding that this was a delivery service, as in a food, similar to a food takeaway delivery service, so that somebody could call and get some wine, and like Councillor Horton said, if they wanted some ham or cheese, whatever, and that it would be then delivered there and then. So thank you for clarifying that actually that's not the case, and it will be a next day delivery. Thank you.
Like I say, it's a supermarket, online supermarket. What they do in the supermarket, people order the next day or when we can, we do the delivery. But it's not gonna be there and then. There's no an activity is open to like a public things. No, it's just online supermarket.
Okay. Councillor Farrell, you want to come back on that?
I think it's just confusing the situation, because on the licensing application, you've put the hours 10 till 10, and if you wouldn't need the license till 10 o'clock at night, would you? If you're not delivering till 10 o'clock at night, is my
I
understanding.
will not do delivery till 10 o'clock at night. No, but just in case, who knows? Like explained before, I did this, it's long hours. In case in the future I start to be busy, I need to do the delivery such a time. But the idea is in the morning, that's why I put 10 in the morning till 10 in the night, because you never know. But the idea is I get the order and start from one point to the end when I do delivery. Being on my own, and I need to deliver this stuff. If I'm not in my time when I got the license, I'm gonna be out law. That's why I put so many hours. In the future, I don't need to reapply again or change the license.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm getting confused now. So is it your intention to be doing deliveries up until 10 o'clock at night?
I don't think so, but is
But
that
no.
I can do it if it applies.
So the issue that I raised regarding safety and who's going to be looking after the premises does apply. You know, if you're going out at 10 o'clock at night,
Okay.
somebody rings up today on Monday and says, can you deliver some bottles of wine to us tomorrow? But we're not
Okay.
going to be home until 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And you
Okay.
say, yeah, I'll deliver them tomorrow evening at 9:30 ready for you. You'd still be doing that, would you?
If they ask, yes. And what is the security? I don't understand the fact of security. So
Well,
explain to me exactly what is you're looking for at the moment.
Right. Well, we do have people that like to go out and break into premises. And if somebody knows that there's 20 or 30 cases of alcohol sitting in your shed at the back,
Okay.
and they think they can get into it and they know you're out, what other security measures have you got in place to protect your premises and effectively the next, your neighbours?
At the moment, not, because I haven't think about this. I don't think, if people go around to steal, they steal, no matter what. First of all, that's what I think. You can stop people. Sorry?
Every other premises that we've got in Blackpool that have licenses are required to have CCTV, but you're not proposing to put that in.
Okay, we can put a CCTV in. Yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought about.
So if we put a condition on this license to say that you've got to put recordable CCTV on this, you would be happy to do that, would you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm not there to make lose my stock. I'm there to try to sell it. And if it's a good idea, I don't mind doing it.
Okay. Right. Are there any further questions from the members of the committee? No? Okay, then. We then come on to the applicants, the objectors. So you've got 10 minutes each to present your case and the reasons why this application should not be granted. Councillor Callow, do you want to go first?
Thank you, Chairman. Right. I've represented Norbrec Ward for almost 20 years. And over the years, I've had many problems with this property through different things. I won't go into detail, but it has caused me a lot of work over the years. The residents in the area are mainly elderly, and they have had problems with this property over the years, and it has caused a lot of distress. Now, if I can just turn to this application, this gentleman wants permission to sell alcohol for consumption off the premises between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. 7 days a week. It states that quite clearly. No matter what has been said this morning, it has been stated quite clearly that is what he is applying for, 7 days a week. Now, I've got another premises on Norbrec that started out very small, and now they are having deliveries in very large lorries. It's grown over the years, and I can just see this happening here. Are the deliveries going to be in small vans, or are they going to be in large lorries? This house is situated on a bus stop on a very busy main road. Then we've got to demonstrate if the applicant has properly considered what is appropriate for the local area when considering what hours and activities to apply for. And I think that's been answered this morning, Chairman, quite clearly. The applicant has not considered the residents in that area. As far as I know, he's had no discussions with them, nothing. This was just like a bolt out of the blue in a lovely residential area. And the operating scheme demonstrates, got to demonstrate that the applicant is taking appropriate steps to minimise any adverse impact on local residents and businesses. 7 days a week, 10 till 10. Is that considering anybody? Absolutely not. This applicant is there to build up his business and make money, and he's not bothered how much it affects any of the residents. And also, the time that the alcohol is sold on the website or over the phone, and the time the alcohol is delivered, how do we know that that is within the hours stated? This person could be taking orders after 10 p.m. It could be taking them all night. It could be taking them all on his computer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is not suitable premises here in a residential area, and I don't think the applicant has answered any of the questions. I know that we've had problems with the premises with pigeons in the loft. They attract rats. The chairman has asked about this proposed new building and said, have you ever seen a rat? Well, they can get through wood. And if this premises is not going to be brick, then there is the chance, in my opinion, that it would attract rats and other vermin. And the security there, as far as I am concerned, is not secure. I don't think the applicant is serious in continuing to make his premises more secure. If he gets a license, he just wants a license. And I would ask the panel to consider my points very carefully. And I would just like to thank the panel and the chairman and the other councillor for Norbreck for bringing out some very good, relevant points. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor Callow. Mr. Salvatore, do you want to ask Councillor Callow any questions at this stage?
Just she saying and this is a residential area. Yes, it's a residential area, but with a lot of business. If she knows there is a residential area, she knows as well there is a lot of business already dealing here. There is a 2-3 takeaway across the road, an off license, a cafe in the morning, and a flower shop. She cannot tell me then this is a residential area only for her gain, you know, because that's unfair. If she say about the elderly, of course, what is going to be? Me going out in and out
Hang on,
from my friends.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. These are questions to Councillor Callow, not another statement.
No,
Yeah.
no question, because you know, she make a claim. Fair enough. It's up to you guys to decide. I don't think it's fair. She said,
well,
this
Mr.
is a
Fodera, as
residential
the
area.
chairman said, it's an opportunity to ask questions. I think you were trying to put to Councillor Callow that it's not solely a residential area. There are other businesses nearby. Is that correct, Councillor Callow?
Yeah, yes. Because there is a
Let
lot
Councillor
of
Callow
business.
answer that.
Yes, certainly. Thank you for the explanation. Yes, I know there are other businesses in the area. Many of them have been established for decades. And in my 20 years at Norbreck, I have never had 1 minute's trouble with them. They are ordinary businesses. They're not working long hours like this. This is something that is being introduced into a private household, not something that was built as a shop or a business premises. This is something that is being brought into somebody's home. And that is one of the main objections of the residents in the area.
Okay. And I still think that there is a lot, like the offer license is open, like she say. The other offer license open from 10 till 10. One less than the other business.
These are questions, not another statement. You get a chance.
Question, why the other off license across the road is allowed to be open from 10 to 10 and I'm not? The business.
Well,
Right,
that's-
Mr. Federa,
that's-
you've asked a question. Let Councillor Callow answer that.
Yeah.
Councillor Callow, Mr. Federa seems to be saying there is an off licence locally that does open till 10 o'clock at night. Is that right?
An off licence locally that opens till 10 o'clock at
10 o'clock
night.
Yes.
Yes. But they're not doing deliveries at 10 o'clock at night. They're not actually having things delivered to them or them going to deliver up to 10 o'clock at night. This is something that is completely different. And I feel that the applicant is trying to cloud the issue now because we've got to start at the beginning. This is a private residence, not something that is purpose-built as a shop.
Okay then. Right. Do either of the other councillors have any questions to Councillor Callow on what she said so far? No? Right. In that case then, thank you, Councillor Callow, for your input. It's now down to Councillor Sloman to put her objections forward.
Thank you, Chair.
And I appreciate it's more difficult when you go second. So
No,
I would
it's-
ask if you can avoid repeating anything that's been said before.
I certainly will. I mean, obviously, Councillor Callow knows the ward probably a lot better than I do, as I'm new to post, as it were. However, I have lived in the area for a significant amount of time, and I have seen a lot of development around the area. I do think in this case, I think we're putting the cart before the horse. I don't think this has been a well thought out proposal. I would have expected some sort of at least outline plans ready to go in for planning permission. It should not be down to the licensing panel really for us to determine, or yourselves to determine, what security measures should be put in place or the fabric of the building. I think there's enough guidance around for people who are wanting to sell alcohol from any premises in terms of what they need to do to secure the premises that they're selling from. There are concerns around parking and access, as Councillor Callow has already pointed out, right by a bus stop. Things that worry me in terms of delivering goods and not delivering goods when people are intoxicated. Potentially you are going to get into situations that are very volatile because you're essentially breaching a contract. I don't think you've taken that into consideration. There are many business premises around there. Largely there's a parade of shops that have been in use for and have been in use for some time. So I do think possibly in that confined area, in terms of business premises, we are at saturation point, and I think that really covers what I need to say. If the applicant's got any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, do you have any questions? And they are questions to
No.
Councillor Sloman.
No, I'm not got any question.
No? Right. Do members of the committee have any questions? No? Right. In that case then, I'm going to allow you a couple of minutes, and I would ask you that you don't repeat anything further or bring in any new information. Mr. Salvatore, it's up to you to sum up your case.
Exactly what I want. Okay. Like I say, I was applying for a license for online supermarket for next day delivery. Operate solo from me from the hour from 10 to 10. And that's all I'm applying. I'm got a supervisor certificate. I know what I'm dealing with it because I've been having a business for more than 10 years in Cleveland and not had any issue before in the other business. And I think I know to handle people, because there is the uncertainty also. But more or less, I'm not somebody new, a cowboy, just come up with an idea. I've been doing this catering business for many years. And I think there is a market for this online supermarket. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Callow, do you want to come back and say anything in summing up?
No, I think, Chairman, everything has been said. We don't want to repeat things, and thank you for the time that you've given me to explain my position. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Sloman?
No, I've no further questions or representations to make. And again, I thank the panel, and I also thank everybody for giving us the opportunity to represent the people of Norbreck Ward and their concerns about this potential business. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That then concludes the public part of this meeting. The panel will now go into private session, discuss it and come to a decision that will be communicated to all of the relevant parties within 5 working days. So thank you very much for your attendance today, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much.